Hey, it's JB Smoove.
JB Smoove, good morning, man.
Good morning.
Yay.
So, listen, you're a Hudson Valley guy, right? I was reading about this. You grew up around here?
Westchester County now. Westchester County guy, just indeed. Mount Vernon, New York.
Nice. Now, do you ever come back and hang out here, or are you just all L.A. now?
Oh, no, man. Never. See, bite your tongue, man. I'm always going to be NYC all day now. Even when I'm here, I lock my doors, put my wallet in my front pocket. I do all the regular stuff. I still do the New York stuff, man. You know what I mean?
I hear you. Now, we know you so much from Curb Your Enthusiasm. Do people confuse you with Leon sometimes? Do they think that you're Leon?
All the time. Let me tell you something. I sat next to a guy in first class. I had to throw out that first class. I don't want to rub it in to anybody out there who's never flown in first class, but I just figured I'd just lay the landscape out. So it's two seats there. I'm by the window. An older gentleman came and sat next to me, and he proceeded to call me Leon the whole 5.5-hour flight. And then so I guess the flight attendant heard him, and she started calling me Leon. You know what I mean? Something to drink, Mr. Leon. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm going to be Leon the whole flight. Okay. But you know what? I always say this. There's a lot of Leon and JB, but there's no JB and Leon. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I was going to ask you
the
about
connoisseur, of course.
because, Curb Your Enthusiasm has been on for so long, and I've been a fan since the very first season, but you've kind of done the impossible. You've actually stolen the show from Larry David. I told Larry, man, watch out. Every scene you're in, man, you just steal it. It is so good. Like, that Leon character is so great. So, in fact, you actually have embodied Leon and wrote a book as Leon, right?
Yeah, it's called The Book of Leon, Philosophy of a Fool. You know what? The new season had came about, and I said, you know what? At first I was going to write a JB Smoove book, and I actually started writing the JB Smoove book, and then I was on a set with Larry, and in between scenes, they were lining the shot up the cameras. And I said, I'm writing a book, right? He said, yeah, I heard, He said, you know what? You should write a Leon book. And thus the Book of Leon came out. And I did write this book in the character's complete voice,
Now, the book's called Philosophy of a Fool, but some of the advice that Leon has is actually pretty good. Like, have you learned anything from the character Leon?
Oh, sure, man. His directness, his blunt character, his ability to paint vivid pictures for Larry. Because sometimes Larry doesn't get what Leon is saying, so Leon has to elaborate on what exactly he means, which is his way of painting a clear picture by his elaboration.
Yeah, sometimes it's too clear, the picture.
Yeah. And I think that's what brings this character to life is the yin and yang of Larry and Leon. I think they need each other in some way. That's what makes the show work. That's why you don't see me in many scenes with anybody else, because Richard Lewis calls Larry the Hawk because he always feels like, Larry hawks me, and he never shares me with anybody else. So rarely do you see me in a scene singly with anybody else.
Yeah. So I know we're getting another season, at least, of Curb Your Enthusiasm. Have you guys started filming yet, or is there any storyline talk yet?
Larry keeps everything a secret.
Yeah.
And we are going back to work in the spring, though. I just don't know any storyline. All you can really say is Larry will have a concept for the season, but you still don't know what is going to come out your mouth because, everything's improvised.
Yeah. Where would you like to see Leon go? Like, what if you had a choice, like, to see where Leon goes this next season, what would you like to see happen to him?
Ooh, man, I don't know, man. I think I would love to see a little bit more of his origin. You know what I mean? And every time, the funny thing is that every time I'm on camera with Larry, I always make it a point to tell him something that he didn't know about Leon. You know what I mean? So that keeps his mystique going a little bit. You know what I mean? And when Larry doesn't believe him, I love to argue with Larry about what is real and what he, when Larry says it's BS, I always say, okay. Then I gotta over elaborate by proving that what I'm saying is real. I think that is the fun part about the character is sitting there between scenes, trying to figure out what I'm going to say next.
Yeah, and that's the fun thing about watching, because we never know which side you're going to take, which is so great.
You never know.
Yeah. We're really looking forward to the show. Real quick, April 6th, you're going to be at the Paramount Hudson Valley Theater. And it's going to be JB Smoove. It's not going to be Leon up on stage. It's going to be you, right?
I mean, JB Smoove, sharp dressed, very cool. But I don't know what percentage of Leon's going to pop out my mouth, but it's going to be always a ruckus time. It's always a great time. JB Smoove that you thought existed and everything about Leon you thought existed will come out of JB Smoove's mouth.
I can't wait.
On the 6th.
All right, so April 6th, Paramount Hudson Valley Theater. Get your tickets, see JB Smoove. Pick up the book, too, the book of Leon, Philosophy of a Fool. Check it out. Thanks, JB Smoove. Thanks so much, man.
I tell everybody, bring your book with you. If you have it, I'm going to have some books, but bring your book. I will sign your book also.
Very cool.
If you got the audio book, I will sign your ear.
JB Smoove, thanks so much, man. Appreciate you calling this morning.